So what we got here is our geothermal water system that we've developed. It's been about 4 years in development on the ranch. We're pretty excited about it. There's been a lot of geothermal stuff developed out there. Ours is actually one that's developed and used on the ranch every day. So I'll walk you through a little bit of what we've put together here. This is the lid system. I'm going to come back to that once we get on to the internal parts of this workings here. So what we got, you can see here is, and this one's smaller in diameter compared to our normal, just for all practicality of having a demo model that we can tote around. Typically this culvert area right here would be a 3-foot culvert, and it would be, if you can envision, this is your ground level right here. So this would be your rubber tire tank sitting on the ground. So then this culvert is a 10-foot, 3-foot in diameter, 10 foot into the ground. We bring your water line in at 10 foot. So, and the purpose with the thought of the 10 foot is the geothermal practice of the earth's core at 10 foot is 52 degrees. So we'll let the earth heat up that water. So this whole culvert is filled with water, clear up to whatever level our float is in the tire. That's transferring the heat. So just on a natural basis, hot water rising, so that thing is turning over. As cool water's coming in, warm water's rising, we start to heat the whole system up. With that, then, we've created a way to actually, one of the issues we heard from before and we found was in geothermal, how do I get my valve system so it isn't freezing, and if something would malfunction, how do I get it out of there and service it? So over the years we've developed, it's pretty simple, just a one-hand release, pull it up. It's a quick coupler system. There's the male part here. The female is left into the bottom of the culvert. It's down there at 10 foot. Never going to freeze your valve system at all. If you have any trouble with the valve, debris in your line, whatever, would get into it, pull it up on your tailgate, spin it apart, repair it. It's a quick, simple, easy latch back in. You're off and running. I tell people, you know what, if you have a hydrant or something that goes bad, what's going to happen? Typically it's going to be in the middle of the winter because that's when you're using it the most, feeding and watering the livestock. What are you going to do? You're going to get a backhoe out there, dig up the hydrant. You're going to have a big frozen mound when you're done. If something malfunctions in this system, I throw a pump in there, 20 minutes with an extension ladder, I can be down there and change out any part within this geothermal system. Have you back up and running with no debris, no mess to deal with. And so let's talk about below zero. What happens? We've had a week of 22 below. We do form some ice in around the tire system here. So to help with that, to reduce the cold penetration with the geothermal, we've developed up a insulated lid system. So this is a steel framework with insulated lids. Drinking holes, we get out there in the morning to feed the cattle. We open up the drinking holes. They can access the water. When warm weather hits, if we get, say, 10 degrees above zero or so, we can open up and give them back their full drinking capacity. And when summer comes, we open the entire tire back up. They've got now their full drinking capacity, which we all know they're going to consume a lot more water in the summer than they are the winter. So, and if need be, there's pick and eyes on this lid. It can be totally removed, or when winter comes, set it back down. You got your drinking holes. Close it up if it gets down 20, 30 below zero. It's got an access port in the middle. So when the lid is on there, you can still access your float system, release it if there's any problems with that also.